I showed up early that Monday morning, still tired from burying my father, and found a termination email waiting for me. They fired me by email while I was grieving for taking approved time off to bury the man who raised me. Jason thought his 15-year career was over. His boss Rachel thought she'd gotten rid of a problem employee. But what happened next didn't just destroy Rachel's career, it collapsed an entire company. Because sometimes the person you underestimate is the one holding your entire business together. And when you push them too far, they take everything with them. Court is in session.
Meet Jason Torres. 15 years of service. Built the Western distribution team from nothing. Hundreds of overtime hours. Missed family dinners. Skipped his own honeymoon for a warehouse crisis. His boss? Rachel Gordon. The kind of manager who takes credit for your successes and blames you for her failures. Jason's father dies on a Thursday. He requests bereavement leave. Approved by Rachel herself. Take all the time you need, she said. Family first. Jason flies to Phoenix, buries his father, says goodbye to the man who taught him everything about integrity and hard work. Monday morning, 6 a.m., Jason logs into his computer, ready to dive back into work. And there it is, termination notice, effective immediately. Not a phone call, not a meeting, not even the courtesy of a face-to-face conversation, just a cold corporate email explaining that Jason had failed to meet expectations during a critical operational period.
The critical period? The week he was burying his father, with approved leave that Rachel had signed off on. Jason sat there, staring at his desk. The cactus his team gave him for Christmas, the best boss in the building card. 5 years of building something amazing, gone with the click of send. But Jason wasn't just any employee. He was the backbone of the entire Western operation. Every client relationship, every logistics system, every process improvement, it all ran through him. And Rachel, in her corporate wisdom, had just kicked out the one person who knew how everything worked. Because what Rachel didn't know was that Jason's phone was already ringing, and the voice on the other end was about to offer him everything Rachel had just taken away, and so much more.
Mike Rollins, VP of Cedar Point Freight, Northgate's biggest competitor. He'd been trying to recruit Jason for months. I heard what happened, Mike said. That email is already making rounds. You want to make him pay? Come work for us. Senior role, full autonomy, better pay. You make the calls. Jason wasn't alone in his anger. His entire team, Jordan, Teresa, Max, Sarah, Pete, Jose, Liz, they were furious. These weren't just co-workers, they were Jason's crew. One by one, they approached Jason. If you're starting something new, we're in. 7 resignations, all within the same week. But Jason wasn't done. Remember those clients who trusted him? Those relationships he'd built over 15 years? They followed him too. 3 major accounts, worth millions, called Cedar Point directly asking for Jason's team. In 3 months, Cedar Point's Western division was up 30% in new business. Jason got promoted to VP of Operations. His team was thriving, getting the recognition they deserved. Meanwhile, back at Northgate, Rachel was panicking. Her critical operational period just became a death spiral. Routing issues in Salt Lake, Tucson Depot short-staffed, customers complaining. And Rachel, the brilliant manager who fired their most experienced leader, she had no idea how to fix any of it. But the nuclear option was still coming, because Northgate made one final fatal mistake. 6 months later, Northgate shut down their entire Western division. 47 employees lost their jobs. The company that once competed nationally was reduced to regional scraps. Rachel? She was restructured out. Corporate speak for, "You destroyed everything, please leave." Jason received a settlement offer, 5 figures, with an admission that his termination violated internal protocol. He kept the check as a reminder. But the real victory came in a small package. No return address, just his name in Sharpie. Inside was his little desk cactus, the one from his old office. A note attached, "Office closed this week.
Thought you'd want this. Megan, HR. Jason set that cactus on his new desk in his corner office overlooking the city. The plant that survived every corporate crisis had outlived the company that threw it away. 6 months later, Jason met Sam Garrison, Northgate's former executive, for lunch. Sam looked smaller, defeated. "You know what still shocks me?" Sam said. "It wasn't some lawsuit or scandal. It was people. They followed you." "You should have respected people," Jason replied. "It wasn't about revenge. It was about how you treat your team." The prosecution argues Jason's revenge destroyed too many innocent lives. Yes, he was wronged, but his response was disproportionate. 47 employees lost their jobs when Northgate collapsed. These weren't executives. These were warehouse workers, drivers, people with families and mortgages who had nothing to do with his firing. This isn't justice, it's revenge that spiraled beyond the original crime. The punishment didn't fit Rachel's actions. The defense argues Jason exposed a toxic company that deserved to collapse. For 15 years, he sacrificed everything, missing his honeymoon, family time, his father's illness for this company. And how was this loyalty rewarded? With an email firing him while grieving his father. That's not poor judgment, that's systematic dehumanization. Those 47 employees? Where was their outrage when Jason was wrongfully terminated? They stayed silent because it didn't affect them personally. Jason didn't steal anything. 7 professionals chose to follow real leadership. Clients followed quality and integrity. The company collapsed because it was built on exploitation. Sometimes the only way to prove your worth is to show what happens when you're gone. Jason didn't destroy Northgate, he revealed what it really was underneath.
Members of the jury, this case isn't just about workplace revenge. This is about loyalty, leadership, and what happens when you treat good people like disposable assets. Jason lost his job during the worst week of his life. 47 other people lost their jobs because of the chaos that followed. I need your verdict. Comment below. Guilty if Jason's revenge destroyed too many innocent lives. Not guilty if the company deserved to collapse. Tell me why. Have you ever been fired unfairly? What would you have done? Next week, the sister who cut my hair before her wedding and the revenge that went viral worldwide.